On this episode of China Uncensored, 10,000 subscribers. Hi, welcome to China Uncensored. I'm Chris Chappell. Move over Raymond because everybody loves me. China Uncensored has just surpassed 10,000 subscribers, over 1.5 million views, and almost 3.5 million minutes have been wasted watching my face. Thank you for all of your support, or masochism, whichever it may be. And so to celebrate, I want to dredge up my top 10 personal favorite episodes I've done over the past year. Check them out. Number 10. Rare footage shows China's Hu Jintao as human being. This one flew under most people's radar, but I'm not going to let you guys get away with it. This episode has some incredible footage of former Chinese leader Hu Jintao when he was a young man and also apparently a human being. Just goes to show what a lifetime of political struggle can do to a person. Number 9. Beijing residents forbidden from dying. Yes, the Communist Party has stifling control over all aspects of a person's life, but here's the one time when that's actually a good thing. Death allowances, death quotas if you will, give a number for how many people are allowed to die in a given year or a given disaster in China. So, if enough people have already died, that means you're in the clear, or your death will go unreported, one of the two. Number 8. Watch out Michelle Obama, meet China's First Lady Peng Yuan. Let's just say I have personal reasons for enjoying this episode. Number 7. Black hair dye, bloodshed, and ruthless rivalries, i.e. Chinese politics. This was another episode I thought was very well written and gave some really good insight into the shadowy nature of politics in China through the story of Chen Shitong, the guy behind the Tiananmen Square student massacre. But because of the rather esoteric name, it wasn't the most searchable on YouTube. So go watch it, now! Number 6. Kim Jong-Un's Chinese Godfather, Yongkang. Not only did I get a chance to talk about the man voted sexiest man alive by The Onion, I also talked about Yongkang for the first time. If you don't remember, he used to be the head of China's army of police, and seems like he's next in line for a political purge. And I predicted it months before the fact. How did I know? I'm from the future. Number 5. China Apologist turns TED Talks into propaganda tool. Over the years, I've heard a lot of people argue why the one-party rule of China's Communist Party is so great and America's doomed, but it wasn't until venture capitalist and China apologist Eric X. Lee gave a TED Talk that I thought my brain might explode unless I point out every single glaring flaw with these arguments. I spent 10 minutes talking about why he's an idiot, making this my longest China Uncensored, and also the one that gave me the most personal pleasure. Number 4. Chairman Mao's Miraculous Mangoes. Not only are mangoes high in vitamin C, they were also an object of worship in the bizarre personality cult that sprang up around Chairman Mao Zedong during the Cultural Revolution. People came from miles to worship what Mao called the people's mangoes. It was all fun and games until someone made the mistake of comparing the mangoes to sweet potatoes. He was executed. Number 3. The wild world of Chinese zoos. It's not just China's political circus that I find interesting. The problem I've always had with zoos in America is that you're expected to treat the animals well. What is that about? Fortunately in China they don't have that problem. In this episode you'll get to see a monkey-bear bike race. Of course that's going to end well. Number 2. Deciding between the top 2 was pretty difficult. There are 2 episodes that really have a special place in my heart, but before we get to that, check out this wonderful animation I made for the episode China's Century-Old Underground Coal Fires. What did that have to do with anything? I forget. So on to number 2, China's dancing girls lay down the law. Apparently at some point it was decided that the best way to let people know about all the complicated new laws that are always being created would be to have pretty young girls do a song and dance about each new law. But I'm afraid I broke all the rules when I busted out some of my own dance moves. And finally, number 1, China's Red Army sings Michael Jackson. When I found out that Chinese netizens had been taking this old footage of a televised revolutionary red opera and adding popular songs to it to make it look like they were lip-syncing, I had to break all the rules and bust out some of my own dance moves. And the internet was never the same again. It was also the first episode I debuted that snazzy new tie. So thank you again, all of you who have subscribed to China Uncensored, and to everyone who has made this show possible. If you're watching this and are not a subscriber, subscribe! 10,000 people can't be wrong, can they? Come on, everyone's doing it. But before I finish this episode off, I also want to give a special shout out to my episode, The Death Penalty in China. Not only is it my highest viewed episode, it's also my most hated episode. Over 1,200 people gave it a thumbs down. 1,200 people have specifically told me they don't like something I did. That's kind of amazing. So once again, thank you for watching. You can get more China Uncensored from the Facebook and Twitter page, and as always, subscribe for more. I'm Chris Chappell. See you later, alligator.